You brought up a very important subject. You remember there's a time in a supermarket in Thika where a gun that had been used, pistol that had been used in some crime elsewhere was actually found in a shopper's bag that had honestly and quite optimistically gotten its way into the storage, you know, and it had stayed there for 4 days.
Was the custodian of the bag.
Absolutely.
Before.
And you can pretty much go back to the CCTVs and everything else, other augmented
that
measures,
day.
and identify who left there, luggage there, what time, and with a neat report, as you say, you are able to escalate it to the relevant authorities.
Exactly, on time.
On time.
And that is why we are talking about being proactive.
True.
Not waiting until you know an incident becomes an event, and then at the end of the day you start calling to multi-agencies.
And when the signs have grown cold, it becomes harder to do that level of after incident analysis and management.
Yeah, there's a day you know people ask me about you know being followed in the supermarket and making yourself a great person. It's upon you as an individual when you're going to shop. As I always say, go shop with purpose. If you have your shopping list in your head, you need to know what exactly you're going for.
True.
Because at the end of the day, when you're getting into the mall, they're big malls, you need to know where the exits, where will I, in case of any threat, where are the exits. Next, you need to know where you've parked your vehicle. Is it safe? Because right now with the incidences of collapsed buildings, you never know. A mall can be
one of those that's going to come down. The second you're still wasting time trying to run around and see what you could be getting for your family.
So you ask yourself, is it safe to park in the basement or should I consider parking outside? All of them have different risks, and at the same time they have mitigation strategies. The basic thing here is just being aware of your surrounding, in the sense that when you're going shopping, be purposeful when you're conducting your shopping. That way, in a way, you'll find that if you're able to safeguard yourself, and the staff who are in the mall are able to know, the environment, what is supposed to be in the environment. That means situational awareness. And the staff knows in their job description is clearly stipulated what they need to do. Then you find that even safety in itself is easy. You achieve safety because people are informed.
Absolutely.
And you always say lack of information is...
Hosea 4:6 for those of us who are Christians. That talks about people perishing because of... My people perish because of lack of knowledge.
These are simple things, You go in there with a purpose, do your shopping. After that, these are the things, the pointers. Know where the exits are, know where the washrooms are. For the internal staff, they need to counter-check every shelf. to see that, okay, this is the stock that was taken today, and this is what we left.
Yeah.
And that's
so
the only way.
Small time threats, that also come to manifest and pronounce themselves in terms of serious losses.
Yes.
Can be arrested. You can have a level of accountability, as you're saying, which then can be traced down to some level of, a strategy as well in terms of mitigation measures. Because if you're thinking we are losing stuff worth hundreds of shillings, trust me, it would grow. If they don't go unmitigated, people, and I tell people, thuggery or criminality doesn't have a limit. As long as someone has gotten themselves in that region where there are thugs, it will keep escalating. And so it's very apparent, listening to you, what we get here and what people need to know is that security and safety is such a serious undertaking, and it lives with us, it's flowing in our blood. And as an organism, we can pretty much take it to the next level. And so what's apparent is the fact that just like we visit doctors, so is security and safety. It's more like a doctor-patient relationship where, yes, we can be in that environment where we're feeling uneasy and sick in a way or another. What we do, the good person and you and I, we'd go to a proper medical practitioner. Forget about Loliondo. Forget about the Mugos of this world. So and that's a doctor that's going to do a full diagnostic assessment of that's a patient. And then with that diagnosis, he now spells out a treatment regime. And that's the security and safety consideration I'm talking about here. And it's something that you can now treat. And just like you and I could be suffering from the same ailment, say malaria. The treatment, for sure, the treatment regimen would be totally different. You could be suffering from island malaria, and I'm suffering from something else. Same malaria, but even the treatment regimen that will be spelled for us would be different. And so that's what's apparent here, and that's what we feel and very strongly about that needs to be known. The challenge that we have is that sometimes these undertakings are actually done in terms of security risk assessments, and the blueprint is there. But then the consumers, the stakeholders we're talking about, may choose to take it, the execution, they want to take it in piecemeal. So they say it gets down to budgetary matters, and they say, oh, cut that into half. And then now, the following thing, and which is now another major thing that you raised, is the how these things get done at the end of the day. When the boot meets, the tire meets the tarmac. So you find security officers who, like we've just discussed, who are not applying themselves to the relevant professional standards that they need to actually enforce. So you go to these malls, and I kid you not, any mall, and you still have the guards basically having a wand around you.
What do they even look for?
Exactly.
Because the threats...
Very disheartening. The threats have also evolved. You still have people who are, with regards to what we heard as terrorism, still have the undercar mirrors that are checking the underside of the cars. That's a baseline that moved. Not many stupid terrorists are still there anymore to rig cars with wires underneath their cars and have them some wires taken out of place for the guards to find. Yes, it's still a matter, but that's a baseline that has moved. So it means our level of preparedness, especially with regards to training standards and professionalism, is not hitting the right levels in terms of scoreboard that we'd want to be seeing. And again, it's actually very disheartening as well, because we, as you've highlighted, all these things that is very professional and it should be articulated by professional experts is perhaps lent to quirks, for that matter. And we know the security and safety environment, or as we ride in, is also full of quirks. So someone walks into a mall or supermarket, they say, I'm a security expert, allow me to do some survey or profile, and they come up with some 2-pager. And they say, oh, you need to have so many guards, you need to have some CCTVs. And the way they're installed and the way things are done leaves a lot to be desired.
Any security measure should be able to be cost efficient but effective.
It's always a balance between
it's a balance, So, you might be trying to make your establishment a hard target. But at the same time, you're mitigating risks that, on the risk matrix, they're low.
Absolutely.
So let's say like a marauder terrorist with a firearm. This can happen anywhere.
True.
So what measures have you taken towards mitigating the risk of marauder terrorists with firearm? Just somebody coming with a gun and just shooting around.
Basak,
It can happen.
Those
are the current threats. Look at threats like vehicle-borne IEDs. Who will come with a vehicle-borne IED?
True.
So you've put bollards, you've put, a lot of machinery. But you're mitigating a threat that
is
the level is low
or non-existent as regards the kind of targets you're talking about.
Exactly.
Here.
I'm not saying that you forget about them.
Yeah.
But you apply the pressure where it's supposed to be.
Great.
Because if you target you make yourself a hard target by putting all these things, you'll also be making yourself very visible that there's something unique
about this, and that
yes.
will be a matter of interest.
Exactly.
So as is clearly said and as we've discussed here, we know for sure security and safety matters are things that are also evolving, and it grows. Trust me, as human beings, we came from the Homo sapiens and Homo erectus, and we grew all the way through habilis.
Yeah.
Is it? Now they say we are Homo sapiens. Security also evolves, and the dynamics are quite there with us. Trust me, whatever happened yesterday is not going to be happening today. It may come, but in a different shade and shore of colors. And so it means that security and safety environment is something that's also needing people to reset and renegotiate our ways and means in order to lockstep with relevance. Trust me, this is something that we can discuss until cows come back home, as we say. So as the relevant people that we are, we'll be here. We'll keep it locked, and we'll continue to highlight some of these things that affect us in profound ways and that has spelled serious dangers to us, both as individuals and as the things that we hold dear to us as assets. And so we'd want to end this discussion here as regards the security and safety of our shopping premises, malls, supermarkets, and serious wholesale outlets, and try to benefit you with enough measures that are able to take us home.
Let them not also forget to write in the comment section on how they think that security measures are being placed in their malls.
True.
Let's make this conversation to another level. Let us be able to understand it in depth. So what's your opinion on how safety and security in malls should be handled? What are the measures that you think are prudent to be put in the malls?
Very important. So feedback is absolutely vital, and we can only know about what exists out there. As we said, we don't also have the monopoly of ideas. The feedback that you give will expose us to other stuff that could be appearing in your area, and we don't know about it. And as experts, we'll be able to wade into that valley of confusion and make sense out of whatever affects you. And here's to you. Remember to comment, write feedback, and share this, because you never know. It may help you, it may help someone, it may save a life somewhere.